You're online.
It was working.
Yeah. Oh, finish up and then you go with the thing. Guys, I salute you. I give you a very good evening, a very good morning wherever you are. Tonight, I came to say hello tonight. I came to encourage you, to give you hope that truly, 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 number two, guys, I come to give you the patience to wait for 7th December, because you say there, the Akuffu Addo, enim guase no, poto. Ade anya wo dia na so beji a enim guase na obeji. Mema news why? Mema news. Mombra monko. Menu an mombra monko na fila wo ho. Sem wo Ghana o nuanom. Eni bra ba why? Any braba. Sweet. Guys, I came to test my internet service because I upgraded my internet service. And there's so many news going on right now. So I don't have a lot to talk about today. I'm going to wait till in the morning. And then we're going to really talk in the morning. And there are so many news there that we have to talk about. It's kind of a little funny, but I've come to encourage you. Say, momento eboase, momi yeri yehuan say, you be to me na ya yeri yehun ya koyenim. Yes, with a befi hi, Abdul Hadi Yunus, watching you live from Ghana, Kumasi Old Tafu Zongo. That's my man right there. That's my man. Rita Befi, Menkwame Dofopa, at the saying. They want 4 more to damage our country for us. 4 more for Achim Sakawa. Aha. Oh. Favor Jijinyo. As for you, your name is so sweet. Favor. Jijunu. Your name is so sweet. Ogbengo. Oh. Favor. my favor. Hope you guys are doing good today. You see, like I always tell you, and you know, me say adie nya wo dia, na so be wie mu a, adie nya wo dia. I'm doing good favor. If something don't belong to you, and you say you will steal, you will suffer. You will really suffer. Disgrace will banter your head. You don't go sleep. Yeah, you don't go sleep. You don't go sleep. Please, if anybody's here, you want me to play a song for you, please put your song on the place, on the thing. I will play the song for you, right? Any song you want. Favor, give me any song with a beefy, and you be up be a kind of member mouth. Me me boamau. Any song that you want, bring it. Before I say something, I'll play that song for you. Any song of your life that you want to hear, you tell me. I want to see it over there so that I will play it for you so that you can hear it. Just to let you know how important you are to me. Yeah. Yabre. They say them go say no. Kwa neko. And them go say no. Kwa neko. Yeah, it is going. Aha. News back what say Akuffu Addo say he won't banter, how do you call it, Martin Amidu. He won't banter Martin Amidu's claims. But I say you don't have anything to banter because you are ashamed that you employ a special prosecutor for the whole world to see that you have employed a special prosecutor who is going to be prosecuting every issue and every corruption case. Which one? Favor, which one? Is it the cartoon one or the Mahamadebi one? Is it the Mahamadebi? Which one, Beck? State it before I show you a video. I'm so sad to see. I'm so sad to see such a video. It's sad. Is it this one, my dear?
to abana mama hama misrao misrao me pauto misrao mama mama ogana matu mahani suku adai hospitals akwa papa sagana beya ye bediye ye hu bato ye ma 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 anisia to mama ogana matu sika baba mama sauto baba ejo translate
Yes, tell me which one else? Which one do you looking for? Rita Befi and you don't you men now pair mami huna mi momao. Min kwame do. Fabra na mi momao. Ansana makasa. Favor. Now, today, my point of today is thank you. It's a good song. People didn't expect that it was going to catch crowd like that, but it's a really good song. Now, you see, I was talking about Martina Midu. There's so many things going on. I've seen a video on Facebook that is so disgusting that I want to show you. And you could see the kind of behavior our people want to behave. Okay? I want to show you how our people wants to misbehave. And you are going to see the kinds of video that they want to put up. All right? Some funny videos that I'm looking at that is not even funny. It's not even funny. But this is how the world is. This is how the world is. You could see that they are planning everything possible in their power to distract the election. But you know what? Enko ye mfa momo da. Enko ye mfa momo. Me na me ka kiro, enko ye momo. Me na me ka kiro. Yeah. Because me nim say ade bia wo beye bia no betua ho ka. No matter what you do, you pay for it. Oh, and no munya ntia sesese enye hunu sa nyama no so. Che say wo moyi nkrofo atototo ho to misbehave and all that. A police for any one kanka ho, but airtime. Oh, airtime. I'll show you a video quick. Let me show you a video quick.
Foundation. They have been so cassia. I will come and say, what does here? 5th of December. Obia for the winning. Obia for the winning.
You know, my main show at DB, it's in a real say Koroho. Ya hwe ye hu ye pa ni behavior enkofo person behave na enyema be basa o ema be basa ba be bom pass Onyankopon a otiase a odo ne ma no obum be odo ne ma befa because behaviors way enye behaviors a e ade a so nipa rese de kra uyisi oh ah mobo say. Amenchiro.
My Lord of hosts, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my Lord of hosts. Thank you, Jesus. My Lord of hosts, thank you, Jesus.
We are Tobasia, who are very up here. About one young papa. It's a bunch of things there. Put the short dreams out over here. We are also ready for you. And we are here. Foundation. There are these workers here. I will come and say, what is here? 5th of December. Of your funny with you. Of your funny with you. Who are very up here. About one young papa. It's a bunch of things there. Put the short dreams out over here. We are also ready for you. And we are here. Foundation. There are these workers here. I will come and say, what is here? 5th of December. Of your funny with you. Of your funny with you. Who are very up here. About one young papa. It's a bunch of things there. Put the short dreams out over here. We are also ready for you. And we are here. Foundation. There are these workers here. I will come and say, what is here? 5th of December. Of your funny with you. Of your funny with you.
Deɛ wɔ hɔ no ɛnyano deɛ wɔ hɔ no just imagine the kind of people we are dealing with. Me deɛ mente ase Rita wote ase akyerɛmase o wote ase akyerɛmase why it's very sad. Alrighty. Alrighty. As if
one of my recent experiences was in the choice of our running mate. I had to consult all the leaders and elders of the party. I had done quite a lot of consultation, and we had fixed a date, a Monday, to take a final decision. And so I asked to see him on Saturday. And so I went and saw him that Saturday, and I read out the names of those who had been shortlisted without saying what my own preference was. And there were 5 names. So he asked me, he said, have you finished all the consultations? I said, well, there are just a few more. I have to see Alhaji Muhammad Idrisu and a few more of the Council of Elders. He said, okay, why don't you finish with them and then come back and let's, discuss, and then you can make the final choice. So let's meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. When do you say the event is? I said, it's on Monday. He said, okay, but I'll be in Tefle. I said, oh, no problem. I'll drive out there. And then we can sit by the water and drink some coffee. So he agreed. And I left. I finished the consultations. The next morning, I was getting ready to drive to Tefle. And then he called me and said, Chief, I decided to spare you the journey. Don't waste your time driving all the way to Tefle. Look on your phone. I've sent you a text. And he went off the line. So I checked my phone. And he said, you didn't tell me your choice. But I knew that your choice was Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. He said, and you know his favorite, he said, she's a woman of integrity, and I think that you should go with her. That was the text. And so that sealed my decision. and then everything else is history. But when the time comes, there are a lot of moments we shared with him that will be useful for us to put on paper in books for those of us who worked with him, so that future generations will know and understand the person that we are mourning today. We wrote to him. I was president, and cabinet had decided that the FPSOs that we use on our oil fields should be named after ex-presidents. And so the first one was named after Kwame Nkrumah, FPSO Kwame Nkrumah and the Jubilee Field. The next one was named posthumously after President John Evans Atta Mills. And then there was a third one for the Sankofa Field. And the manufacturers were pressing us for a name, E&I. And so I got them to write a letter to him. And you know those presidential letters. In line with Cabinet's decision to name FPSOs after ex-presidents, I am directed by His Excellency the President to inform you that it has been decided to name the FPSO for the E&I Sankofa Field after you. Very imposing letter. And he wrote back to us, and he says he declined for the FPSO to be named after him. He says you can name it after any of our chiefs, our great chiefs, and he gave examples of those chiefs: Bewa, Jakpa, Krempe, and several others. And he said those famous words that I prefer to be remembered in the hearts of men than by monuments and statues. That was the man. And so, of course, the next FPSO, if you remember, was named after former President J. Akuffu. But that's one of the experiences with him. There was another time we attended a funeral together at the forecourt of the State House. And I was sitting next to him. And so when I sat down, I started exchanging pleasantries. And for those of us who have worked with him for quite a while, we know how to look out for his mood. There are sometimes he wants to be left alone. And there are sometimes he's in a good mood and he wants to chat. And so when you sit down, just recognize which of the moods he is in that day and just respect it. If he's not in the mood to talk, just keep quiet and sit. And so that's what we did. That day he was not in the mood to talk. I exchanged a few pleasantries and I realized he was not forthcoming. And so we just sat together quietly and watched what happened. And then later, a newspaper or a radio station interviewed me and said, but why were you sitting with Jerry and you guys were not chatting? And I said, you need to gauge his mood because it depends on which mood he has. And so if he's not in the mood to talk, don't bother him with any long talk. There's another joke we shared at Hogbechocho. We were sitting together and the Agbaja was taking place seriously. And all the back, moves and all that. And then I cracked the joke. I told him, I said, boss, I called him boss. You see why you Ewe men don't get backache? Because of the vigorous Agbaja and the back exercises you do. He laughed and didn't say anything. And then that occasion you saw was when he was being given a doctorate at the University of Development Studies. And while we were at that function, there was a cultural troupe from the north that was doing the Bamaya dance. And for those of you who know the Bamaya, it involves a lot of waist shaking. I thought he had forgotten about this, and he said, Chief, you see why you Northerners don't have waist pains? You see how they are shaking their waist. I mean, that's the kind of person we have lost.
Sad.
Ajuman Rawlings. I'm the first of 4 children. My siblings are Ya Santua, Amina, and Kimathi. And by God's grace, I also happen to have given my parents 3 grandchildren as their reward for not killing me, for being such a troublesome child. As children, we didn't grow up in the castle, so we had to see my dad sometimes on the weekends and maybe sometimes in the middle of the week. And this was because they wanted us to remain grounded and not feel detached from having a normal life. It also meant that we didn't see our dad every day, but we got used to it, and it just seemed normal anyway. I think my memories of him are a mixture of seeing him on TV, seeing him at various national events, and then, of course, we had the moments where we had family time, which was when we were a little bit older. And my dad has quite a wicked sense of humor. He just loved to pull pranks on people. And I suppose one of the other memories I had was when he first taught me how to fly. And interestingly enough, he's very, very precise and he's very exacting. So he would ask me to land in a specific spot. And if I couldn't, he'd make me fly around again and land again. And I remember on the day that he decided it was time for me to fly solo, as we came into land, as we were on finals, he said I should pretend like he had passed out in the plane and land the plane without him. And I was very offended by that at the time, I remember, because I thought it was bad luck to say things like that. But he ignored me. He just ignored me until I landed the plane. And as soon as we landed, he asked me to stop while we're still on the runway, and then he got out of the plane and told me to go. And I hesitated, and he said, "You're ready, so go." So I took off, and of course I was praying throughout as I was doing the circuit. And as I think I must have been probably on, I'm not sure which leg I was on anyway. And unfortunately, just as I'd taken off, my mother arrived on the scene and was asking, "Oh, Nazane wehi?" And my dad just pointed up to the sky without saying a word. Oh, my poor mother, she's been through so much. And but thank God, I landed safely and everything, and that was quite an interesting experience. My dad taught me a lot of things. Most of the things I learned taught me how to ride horses, because that was something he's always been very good at. I think he's a bit of an animal whisperer. In the village, he has managed to get his dogs to be friendly with the cats and the birds, the peacocks and the geese, all sorts of creatures, including rabbits, and they seem to get along just fine. And it's the most phenomenal thing to see, because it's not very normal for you to see a dog not attacking a bird in the vicinity, and the animals just get along really well. And I think it speaks to his nature, which is, people only see a certain aspect of him, and when you actually see the way he's able to create a certain atmosphere of harmony around him, it's something that it's quite special, and it's special. I think one of the things that I have learned from him, that I'm passing on in terms of how I raise my kids, is his love for precision. And he just does not like the idea of seeing something going wrong and leaving it as it. He didn't sugarcoat his words, but he's always had a good sense of humor. And I certainly hope that I'm managing to impart some of the things that I learned to my children. One of the things I remember whenever we would drive out of Accra with my dad, especially on the way back if it was late, was whenever he saw there were elderly ladies or women who were on their own looking for transport to Accra, he always made sure we picked them up, whether in our vehicle or in addition with the escort vehicle as well. And it was an important thing to see because he was never too big to help anybody, and he never looked at anybody as being below him or too small to be given his attention or to help. And these are some of the values that we picked up from him, teaching us to be grounded, to be compassionate, and to regard everybody as our equal and not to look down on other people. I remember that my dad also taught Yasanto and myself how to ride a bicycle. There was one morning when he was going back to the castle, and as he stepped out of the house, we went to see him. He looked at the bicycle with the trainer wheels on either side, and he asked his guards to undo the wheels, and he was determined to teach us how to ride that morning. And so we got onto the bike, and he pushed the bike all the way to the front gate. And I remember, I think, did I almost fall or did I fall? And then on the second go, he pushed it and he said, just focus. I'm not going to let go. Just focus and just keep riding. And he did let go, but I kept my focus and I didn't fall off. And that was it. That was how he taught us how to ride a bicycle. My dad is just a hands-on, practical type of person. And we've had memorable moments in spite of the fact that most of that time was actually given to Ghana and not as much spent with us. But what we had was worth it. Daddy, I would like to, on behalf of Yasantua, Amina, Kimathi, and myself, and may God richly bless you and keep you.
Guys, I still feel sad sometimes when I go back and see all these things that Rollins is gone and we can see him again. It's rather sad. But at the same time, I know God gives and God takes. I'm not going to be too late today. I'm just going to leave you tonight so that you guys, I'm going to come in early tomorrow morning or in the evening. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm going to have a good show tomorrow. So, guys, please, just let me spare you so that we can spend this time tomorrow. I'll be very, very much here, very, very early tomorrow after work, and I'll start right away, and I'm going to scream until the end. There are so many news we have to talk about, and so I just want to say, all those guys who came here, I want to say a thank you, and I love you, and I care for you. Did you know? Favor and Rita Befi and all the guys, my crowd, please stand by and let's see what God will do tomorrow. God bless you so much. I can't stay a day without saying hello to you. And as a result of me coming here, I came to say hello to you. That's why I didn't say a lot, but I just came to say hello to you. God bless you. And keep on doing the good work. And keep on sharing. And I know God is going to bless you. Thank you so much. Like I said to you again, please visit YouTube. Visit YouTube, please. Visit YouTube. When you go to YouTube, it's Saforo TV. Saforo TV. When you see up there, you see Saforo up there, it's Saforo TV. Just press the button over there and subscribe. All right? And let's keep going up. And I know God is going to bless all of us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye and have a very good sleep and sweet sleep. Okay? Holy Spirit and angels will come and give you some nice massage, some very smooth massage tonight. And you're going to go to bed like a baby. All right? No worries is going to be on your head. No problems going to be on your head. You'll forget all your stories, all your problems, all your situations, and you're going to sleep like a little girl or a little boy. So, have a very sweet night. Very, very sweet night. I love you.